Lapino. Apparently, the mad rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble given time, but Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the ravens? Good to practice. That was odd. Ronaldo had been here, at this exact place, at this exact time. But this time, there were so many more ravens. Ronaldo looked around the empty village and reflected. The Sky Ripper had turned out to be far too dangerous to be used. Time to turn to what he knew best. He'd missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion. Ooh, what's there? Can I borrow that?
Renato checked to make sure his sword was still working. Yeah. Yep.
This sword from the frigid north was really useful for making popsicles and birdsicles.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. He really needed to construct additional pylons.
Was that your shield?
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Not really.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was...
We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows. And that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power. To make the Sky Ripper, the transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core... It's beautiful here, thought Renato. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right. Had that door been opened before? The rock felt hot in his hand. He could feel its secret power. There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods? Renato felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this, Renato thought. Maybe Lapino was right.
Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here. Renato remembered when he'd first stolen one of these. Good times.